Hey there, welcome to part 2 of this mission set. We are currently in the process of engaging a couple of ships which are making some aggressive moves towards us. Our operating area is just west of Norway, towards the northern North Sea, and you can see that we have already been doing some fighting. I was able to shoot down a bunch of incoming SSN-12s, and we were able to sink a Foxtrot. This means that this task force can now move up. But it's not entirely safe to do that. Of course, one, because there's a whole hostile warship fleet in the way, but two, there's something coming in from the east. I don't quite know what that is, but I suspect it's another missile boat, which probably wants to close into about 59 miles in case it's an Anushka, and we're going to shoot that when it gets to 65 mile, which is my engagement range. USS Sturgeon over here has sent a couple of gifts out towards the enemy. And as these are just, well, not quite what I thought they were, these are just torpedo boats, really. I bid them good luck and farewell, because I was thinking it was going to be Nanuchkas, which were really a bit higher on the threat ladder than I expected. Or than I was thinking this was going to be. So we're going to engage these and probably put them out of commission. Both. As for engaging this whole blob, at present I want to close in. I want to close the distance, and especially with Task Force Draken, that is vital, because these British ships only have 21 mile range, which leaves them in a bit of a pickle if they're going to try and shoot the enemy. Second plan is to have the Churchill over here serve as a deterrent. I don't expect the Tigerfish to hit, but what I can do is have these guys sail south, throw torpedoes at them, they turn around, and once they do that, Sturgeon's going to pump them full of Mark 48s. First, though, a couple of small patrol vessels. They do have some Seawiz, and they're making the best use of them. By the looks of it, they've already taken down one missile, but not the second. That's one. And you can see this other Stenka is desperately going at it. But I kind of doubt that they will be able to get away with it. Did they actually intercept one? No, they didn't. Okay, so that Stenka is most likely dead as well. These guys are still running around at 19 to 20 knots, that's fine. Yeah, there's a second guy out there, which we briefly picked up, and no more. We have one Raider bird here. This is the SH-2F. Unfortunately, no AWACS this time around, which makes it a bit more difficult. I'm going to peel off one of my F-15s here and tell that guy to go after this, what I think is a TO-95. I'm not in a particularly great hurry to take it down, because they definitely know I'm here, but hey, free TO-95, so we're going to take it out anyway. Now, with these two ships... Come on. With these two ships pretty much dead, I think it is time just to wait. Wait for more sonar buoys to be deployed, wait for more movement from Draken, and wait until the engagement really starts. Incoming aircraft from the east. This is what Tiger 1-1 was here for. We're looking at two birds at the moment. It might turn into more. Not sure yet. The challenge is there is a potential AA option for the enemy there. And that is something I wish to be somewhat vigilant about, as I don't want to lose F-15s needlessly. We're going to... No. No. Don't do that. You guys are going to engage 702, 62 and 61. You're going to just loiter. I'm not sure why you're going after 7013, because that's not your job. Yeah, it's a Tu-95. Now confirmed. We already got another one of the F-15s going after that, so you're going to just kind of loiter and wait for further orders. As for the operations from Stanley, maybe her standard missiles can pitch in. Oh, their altitude's 59 feet. No, we cannot help out yet. Yeah, look at that. That's their effective range. Which is very, very, very limited. Not great. Mose? 69 miles. We got to be a bit closer than that. Okay, we got two AIM-7s going in. Sparrow is going to shoot down these incoming birds. New radar contact 7063. Uh-huh. That's a third. I'm hoping we still have some time before these things let loose. If it was a missile capable of transiting 100 miles, they would already be on the way. So what I suspect this is some mix of missiles and dumb bombs. And the AI, dumb as it is, tries to fly in and deliver those dumb bombs by hand. Which, of course, against Valkyrie, they're never going to pull off. Splash. Only took out one. Now I'm gonna try chasing it with AIM-9s. That is an interesting choice. No. No. You're engaging 7063. You're gonna go for 7061. We get intermittent detection on these. This has to do with the seagulls trying to turn around all the time. They're just kind of orbiting. So sometimes I get radar detection on them, sometimes I don't, but at least I know where they are. Okay. We know that the thing is fast. We know it's noisy, but it's not that big. Yeah, right. Assertion. That would be a very, very, very far trip for assertion. Goodbye. Okay, so that's you gone. Turn around. You can rejoin that formation. Tiger 1. You can climb back up to 37 and await further orders. Good work, boys. Well done. In the meanwhile, you are going to hunt down this thing. Sparrow after it, in case I forget. And you need to close, what, 4 miles? 3.5 miles, and we're ready to shoot. A little later, Morrison is now in range, and I'm going to use Morrison because her capabilities of launching harpoons are limited to 1 by 1 by 1. Whereas if I want to engage this larger blob, the faster you can get those missiles in the air, the better. So, seeing as there is just one contact detected at the moment, that's what I'm going to engage. I don't know how they're just not getting detected, because this thing's 26 miles out from a helicopter with active radar, but I'm just not getting any detections. So that's a bit unfortunate, but fine, we'll just eliminate this guy first. And I can still send in a couple of harpoons in the general direction of the target. I can still go, nah, I don't exactly know where you're at, but I have enough of an indication that I'm just going to send harpoons in that general direction, and the harpoons will use their own radar guidance in order to find their targets. That ought to work, and that ought to put a couple more of those incoming ships out of commission. These could be the diversionary attacks, as were informed in the briefing of the whole mission. So I need to be very wary about potential multiple units coming in. I doubt it's just going to be the two of them, but it's possible, I guess. Now, Tiger 1, unfortunately, can't really help me with detection because it only has an air search. One of the Tigers down here was able to shoot down the Tu-95, which was scouting me out. So I don't have to worry about that anymore, and that means that all the Tigers are now going to re-engage in one big formation. Finally, I have picked up these contacts, and they're meager contacts, so they're small. That means that way I was only picking them up at about 18-mile range, but at least we finally got more information from the Sea Sprite about the number of contacts. I have wasted no time, and we have sent two harpoons on the way. There's 2 more, one accidentally from Mose, and there's 2 more being launched from Morrison right now to thwart the attack that is probably imminent here. These guys are not that far away now, 59 miles, and if they can get to about 59, we could be in trouble. So I'm going to turn my whole formation around, and we're going to get some distance away from them. At least try and buy some time before these things close the distance and start pushing their own missiles. As for the western area, not much is happening. We're seeing some helos here and there, but that's about it. The formation here is now entering their own security field, if you will. I'm looking for another helicopter or 2 to launch, so I can start getting more sonobuoys deployed. There. These guys still have a long, long, long way to go. I'm not sure if Draken is actually going to be useful in the large scheme of things, because they're so short-ranged, but we'll see how it goes. Now, what I'm very interested in seeing is what is going to be on the other end of these harpoons. What are we actually fighting? Because if it's a meager, I doubt it's an Anuchka. It might actually be something smaller. It might be an Osa. Those do have, I believe, some anti-air capability, but potentially not as much. Tiger 1-1, you're getting a bit close. So let's see what's going to be on the receiving end here. As for my sonar boys, I haven't picked up any other contacts. Doesn't mean they're not there. Just doesn't mean, or just means I haven't seen them yet. We're going to maintain a submarine vigil. You can see they're shooting missiles back at me. Chaff. Or is it? Nope, it's popping up. What are you? Gunfire. Nanochka. That's an Anochka. Hit. Doesn't necessarily yield a kill on this target, but at least it should suppress them long enough that either the fire will take them out, or I have time enough to engage them again. Now, let's get some helos up here, because I am dropping sonar buoys, but I'm almost depleted. You're going to start dropping sonar buoys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other helo is still here. I'm going to keep it around until we have confirmation of death of these contacts. As for this incoming helicopter, it's annoying, but it's, well, it's at an altitude of 985. Unfortunately, I don't think that's good enough for me to work with. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're gonna go home. ASW, anti-submarine warfare, also known as awfully slow warfare, because you're just dropping sonar buoys. Or dipping sonar, God forbid, because that's even more work. Sometimes you detect something, most of the time you probably don't. Okay, how are you guys getting on? Because with one of the ships already damaged, but apparently still moving, it is possible that you're not going to have as many defenses as you did last time around. They're making a good effort. You can see they got another missile in the launcher there. Not sure if they're going to be sufficient. There we go. What I really like about these launchers is that they just retreat the whole launcher back into the bay, load them back up again, and then the whole missile launcher comes back up and they fire again. Suppose it might help with defending the whole electronics on that launcher from all the seawater. Yeah, you got shaft. You're getting jammed. Fantastic. Fantastic. Are you done dropping? Good, go home. Morrison. Oh, Morrison's gonna have to unmask. Okay, fine. Actually, ceasefire. Hit this guy. So he's gonna turn around now. Because I turned the whole formation southwest to avoid this incoming attack. And again, I'm assuming they know where I'm at. But that means Morrison's gonna have to turn starboard in order to get that rail launcher to work. Pop up. I've seen Anuchkas take a missile and survive, so I'm hoping double tapping them is going to do it. 1. The other guy doesn't look to be terribly happy. Going down by the bows. But until it's dead... Ugh, crap. Until it's confirmed dead, I'm going to assume it's still a threat to me. Yeah, we're going to send another Harpoon there and one there. Oh, hold on. This one actually didn't get fooled anymore. Morrison, change orders. Ceasefire. Give me a second Harpoon on this target. Because this guy's going to be dead. He's not likely to survive 2 Harpoons. Gone. This guy has ceased maneuvers. He's somewhere back there. The sky is doing some really weird shit here. You see that? Bow's almost submerged. Alright. Okay, so this attack, I think, has been successfully stopped. Let's see, you're gonna drop there. We can turn this formation back north on its previous course. What's your last drop? Right around there. My ASW vigil has paid off once more. This is very rewarding. Once you actually keep these guys going, sometimes you do pick up a contact. And Queen 2 is the lucky one to pursue 7095, which is a fairly fast-moving submarine on a course of 144, so heading southeast. I'm not exactly sure what their intentions are, but I know what mine are. We're going to put them down. Of course, typically, you don't have enough if you just send one helicopter, or rather, one set of torpedoes after it. So I'm going to use a second set. We've got Queen 3 recycling here. You're cycling your birds. Do we have any helicopters ready to go? Gloucester? Yes. Queen 4 is ready to go back out there. Now, I'm sending up 2 helicopters, one to try and help out here. Queen 1 is still going to continue her drop, so we can still safely move closer while we pursue the contact with that one. In the meanwhile, I have confirmed a kill on this one. There is one hit on 7061, and there is another Harpoon already on the way towards the crippled 7045. It has taken me a few more Harpoons than I would like, because we had the Morrison doing the work over there and she's now out. I've had to resort to the Kaufman, which is another Oliver Hazard Perry class, to also send out a Harpoon. So we're digging into our set of Harpoons, but for now I think it's fine. As for the enemy formation, they're closing in. And with them closing in, we now figure out a bit more about what they are. It's a Cresta class, it's an Udaloy, it's a Slava. We know a bit more about these guys and their capabilities. The good news is, the Slava has already sent its missiles, the Cresta has sent its missiles, the Udaloy doesn't have long-range missiles, there is another large and a semi-large. I think we've basically been... Oh, there's another cannon, by the way. We've basically been through the missiles that they had, and right now there isn't that much more to fear. So that means we can close in, and we might still encounter some shorter-range anti-ship missiles, but we should be fine to engage and potentially eliminate with the Draken task force, with of course some longer range fire support from a task force Valkyrie here. We're not that far out. The submarine is also closing into about 30 miles, 36, and we have plenty of opportunities to go on offense now. Confirmed hostile submersible. Not sure what type. Oh, it could be an alpha. That's going to make the chase more exciting. Because those things run. Like the wind. The other ones, not as dangerous, I'd say. Although, if it is... Victor 2 can have carrier killers. 6576 with a range of a very good 27 miles. But we're still farther afield than that. We are presently 28 miles out. We're heading in their direction though, so it is possible that they launch and then, of course, once we close in, the torpedoes still acquire me. I kind of doubt it though, because at present the AI doesn't seem to know that that's a thing that they can do, and I for one am not very much in the mood to inform them about that option. Now, let's have a look. You are heading away southeast, still doing about 17 knots. Your depth is 262. So I'm going to fling a above the layer soda boy at you. Right around there. He's doing 17 knots. I might attack this guy bow 1. Because he's already getting an advantage with his speed. If I'm attacking him from behind. My torpedoes are already going to have to work harder to catch up. which is not what I want to do. I want to make it as easy for my torpedo as possible. And yes, he'll hear the torpedo coming. That's not great, but we can definitely manage that. Okay, so that Nanuchka still has some bite left. It might have been able to take a hit and survive, but it's also able to bite back. It is currently throwing a couple of SSN-9s at me. Not terribly dangerous, and they're even getting visually detected over here by the Sea Sprite. Yeah, there we go. That's my outbound trail, I think. No, that's actually a missile right there. It's streaking right over the water. So we have a full launch of 6 SSN-9s, and I'm not really that concerned. I have seen the Ticonderoga class deal with many, many more missiles, and I have a ton of ships which are capable of helping out. So I'm not that worried. I am going to take up my hobby of shooting down additional helicopters, because there isn't that much else to do, and these guys are detecting me. Plus, they might make life on my submarines a bit harder than it needs to be. So they are definitely a target worthy of attack. Now, I hope that this second Harpoon can knock out that Nanuchka. It's possible that they'll throw up more chaff. It's possible they still have some surface-to-air missiles available. And if they want to unmask their stern, they can even use their Sea Whiz against me. I think my missile might get there slightly before them. Yeah, a long way before them. We'll be fine. What I'm kind of worried about is that there is potential for another air attack. They could come in from any of these angles here, and if they do, that's going to make my life a bit more difficult. I still have Tiger Flight ready to intervene, but even Tiger, with their active radar, might not detect them in time if they're flying very low. Yeah, the ship's burning. Now you died. Alright, good day. Now, how are we doing here? Sonobuoy ready to go in. 7076 classified hostile. Which is... You're gonna classify the dead guy as hostile. Cool. Okay. Fair enough. You're still dropping? Yes, you're still dropping. Right. We have hit the helicopter, 7098. A whole bunch of new... Oh! Oh, never mind, it's the same missiles. I was wondering, did these guys suddenly spawn in a whole new wave? But no, they didn't. Way away. Hello. Speed? Still 17 knots. Okay. Thank you. That's all the information that I wanted. I'm thinking going at him, so bow on. Attacking him with one torpedo, flying around, and attacking him with another one from stern. So basically locking him into position. Turn. This is going to make it very difficult for this submarine to still break out. Not impossible, though. I've seen these guys hide behind sonobuoy walls very successfully. Oh, hold on. Why did I have you selected? There, there's a surface-to-air response from Valkyrie. I see your missiles, and I don't like it. Now, a side benefit of engaging this guy bow on, with his speed, he might not know he's under attack. He might not know. But I think he'll be informed soon enough. Wait, what? Seagull has a missile inbound? How is that possible? Because we're still outside of their AA range. Mosburger says Vampire. We've intercepted one. Still a bunch coming in. There we go. He knows. He's throwing out a noisemaker. I'm gonna do a little loop-the-loop and then engage him again. I think this one is annoyed. Well, not annoyed by the noisemaker. It's avoiding the noisemaker and going directly for our target, which is almost at the bottom. Intercepted. Intercepted. Any more? Yep. Gone. Okay, that third vector I'm going to say is pretty much locked down. That's a Victor 2, I think. It's not a Victor 3, it doesn't have the bubble on the stern. Which is where the towed sonar array lives. You have got to be kidding. No, we got him. We got him. Alright, go after him again. Thank you. Now that I don't have any further weapons on you, I can still use you as a sonobuoy picket. Though, to be fair, I'm not expecting another one. I'm not expecting another submarine here. Which is when they get you. Second Mark 46 also on target. They somehow managed to restore propulsion very, very, very quickly, despite being hit on their stern. Not sure how they pulled that off, but there we go. Now I've been hit twice. I have an active sonobuoy, so I can very easily keep track of what this guy is doing. If it turns out he's not dead yet, we will pay him another visit with one of the other helos. At the moment, Queen 2 is going to start dropping there, Queens 3 and 4. I think the other Queens are presently aboard and kind of waiting further orders. Now, this one's locked down. We can start pushing north again here. We got sonobuoys going in, and we are getting closer to the final encounter. Here we go. I have sent orders to Task Force Valkyrie to unleash hell. I am going to send all the harpoons I have, with the exception from some of the Oliver Hazard Perrys. First, though, we're going to have to launch from the Tomahawks, which are launched by the Virginia all the way in the back. Those are capable of distracting enemy AA situations. But look at this formation. Everybody is opening up. Virginia going at it with everything she has. And especially on the map, it becomes evident just how many missiles I've sent up there. It's going to get a little interesting for the Soviets. Now, not all of the missiles are actually going for a specific target. Some of those, as you can see here, end their track prematurely, which means that they get to find their own location to attack. I am ordering a bunch of attacks on most of the ships, and just the rest of the missiles will have to figure themselves out. Those left over will be handed off to the Sturgeon, and of course we have the other task force here. Draken, however, is limited to only 18 knots, so before she's going to get into range of, let's say, 21 miles, will be a bit of time. If I want to get to that circle, yeah, it's going to be about 3 hours and change. And I hope to have concluded this battle long before then. Look at this. The Harpoons are, I think, 10 knots slower than the Tomahawks. I believe it used to be the other way around. These things are now flying at 540. Where are the Tomahawks at? Land attack. These are flying at 550. So, seeing as they were launched pretty much at the same time, they're going to arrive slightly early, giving the Soviets some time to waste some of their AA capabilities, and giving me potentially better chances of actually killing off more ships. 13 miles to impact. Looking at it from the perspective of the Slava. The rest of the formation, some of them might have the radar active, but their most important AA ship, the Slava, remains silent. That could cost her dearly. That could cost her very, very, very dearly. Once these missiles get to about 8-mile range, I suspect we're going to see a lot more activity aboard this ship, because they're suddenly going to go, oh shit. And much like myself, when I'm under attack, I activate every system that I have to try and get more information about what's coming at me. What's doing the damage, what's trying to fight me. I need more information. So activate the radars, activate the sonars typically as well. And I just wait for more info to come, and there we go. Radars just went active. Gunfire. Some of these other ships don't have the same AA capabilities as the Slava does, which you're kind of seeing portrayed here. Which means that they still have launchers, and they will fight once they're in range. For now, though, they're going to have to just be patient. Now, if I did it correctly, the first things that we're going to find is that... No, actually, it's not quite what I was hoping for. I'm seeing a couple of the standard harpoons coming under fire here, with the land attackers still trying to catch up. Should have given them, like, I don't know, 30 seconds more lead time. Also, some of these harpoons, which are only going to activate here, might still impact the Submarine. But some of these others, like the one targeting behind the Slava, I don't know. It might engage a Krivac. What these missiles are going to do, I don't know. Again, I should have given those a bit less lead time to make sure that they're not all going to go for the same target. It does seem like some of the harpoons have decided that the Slava is a very enticing target, because they're all going for the Slava. Which will very much cripple the Slava, but potentially leave a lot of the other ships alive. Which is not what I want. There we go. Now the Kashin and the Cresta are fighting. They're sending out missiles, and yeah, they're going to start intercepting some missiles. We're probably going to see some spoofing going on. That is fine. I very much expect the vanguard of the missiles to get taken out. It's mostly the second and third line that will actually be the ones doing the damage. Look at that. We're making a good effort. I'm very surprised this missile is still here. Well, they have intercepted one, two. This one's now getting spoofed. But is it really? Or is it just going to fly right into the Slava by accident? Because it does have the spoofing signature on it. Oh? Now you're going to go for chaff? Come on, dude. You might still acquire something else here. Or you just lost the plot. I don't know. There you go. They managed to get it. Can you stop that many, dear Slava? They're making a very, very good effort. Gun rotating into position. Hit. Hit. I think that's going to be the end of Slava. I'm much more curious to see how many other ships I've been able to hit. Looks like we got some damage in the Submarine here. The Krivac is fine. These are the land attackers, by the way, passing by. Oh, that's the land attackers. That's the ones that are not targeting anything. That makes sense. We're getting a hit on the Udaloy. No, we're not. This one got spoofed. Yeah, Slava. Oh, they managed to get it. We got those as well. This is a standard harpoon. Finding the side of a Krivac. There's one more harpoon out there. Ooh, close call. Oh, they got it. Okay, so what's our score? Cresta, burning. Cannon, fine. Kashin, fine. Udaloy, fine. Slava, on fire. Submarine on fire. Krivac on fire. Kashin, fine. Krivac, fine. I was hoping for a bit more than that. But here we are. So now it's going to be up to the Submarines to try and deal the rest of the damage. That, however, I'm going to do in part 3, because this is probably going to take a bunch more time than I would like. And a bunch more time than I have time for in this episode. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for part 3.